Hi everybody, and welcome to Truewants, where here we try to help you make that decision if it's going to change from a want to a need. Now, this is a different video than you guys are used to if you are newer to my channel. I used to do these type of videos all the time where I take the opportunity to try some of the makeup and then I would sit down and give you my thoughts on it. But I really prefer the way that we've been doing this channel, where it's really about the spoilers and sharing the information on the deals so that you guys could be in the know the same time that I'm in the know. And then we'll be able to afford and get these deals together and then enjoy the products at the same time. But I had the opportunity today. I got up a lot earlier and we have to do a bunch of errands today. And I said, you know what, today's a good day to try a lot of the new products, as well as share with you some products that I've been using that I'm really impressed with. So I wanted to share all of that in this video. So that's what we're gonna do. But if you're interested in informative videos and learning a lot more about the products, the brands and the deals, then make sure you subscribe to this channel. It is free. There's also that thumbs up, which is really important to help this video to grow. But don't forget to hit that bell once you subscribe, because then hopefully you will get a new video notification. Because like I said, as soon as I know something, I want you to know it too. So some days you're going to get a lot of videos and other days you'll have none, where you'll be able to catch up on the days where I had a lot of videos. Like this week, I had one day that we did like over 5 videos because there was so much information that came down. And I don't hold the videos in reference to the algorithm and all that stuff that everybody talks about. That's so out of my realm. I started this channel to be able to share information, and that's what I chose to do. And then hopefully this channel grows, which it has. And I'm very excited to be able to read your comments, because that's your voice to me. And we're able to also share with everybody who is part of what I consider the Truewants community, where we solely talk about the brands, the products, and of course the deals. All right, so let's get started with skincare, because this is some products that I have had the opportunity to use. This is now my second bottle of this, and this was sitting in my stash, and I wanted to start using some of the products. I did try some of the ones that we got this month, but I already had the opportunity to try those previously, like the Benefits gel. Once this is finished, I'm going to start with that one. I also got a cleanser in my icon box as well. So if you haven't seen any of those videos, it's really easy to catch up with my videos. There's a tab underneath that says video. If you don't see that tab, then simply go to the picture that shows where underneath this video where the name Truewants is. Click on the picture or click on the name Truewants, and a new set of tabs will show up. You'll see one that says video, and it will start with my most recent video going all the way back to when I started the channel. All right, so this is this brand that I want to make sure that everybody knows about, because nobody talks about certain brands. Everybody, when I find on YouTube, it's always the newest and the latest, but a lot of times we've had the opportunity through Boxycharm, even before they were part of IPSY, to try a lot of different brands that might have been newer to us and they're not available like mainstream. So I just want to make sure that other people know about this company here. And none of this is sponsored. This is just my own personal thoughts on this. This is La Palette. It is La Palette Beauty. I had this, I got it twice in a Boxycharm box. And like I said, I used it all the way to the end. And now again, this month, I've been using it day and night. And sometimes 3 times a day, I'll end up washing if we go for walks. I live in Florida and the humidity is through the roof already. We're only in May and it feels like dead summer. And so we're going to be in for a wild ride this season. But this one here is really, really fantastic. It is a gel-like consistency. As you can see in here, it's really, really thick. You need literally a pea-size amount. And then it gives you a nice little lather, but I really feel it doesn't strip my skin, and it's really, really beautiful. So I had another product from the same brand that this is also going to be my second one. I tried to leave a little bit in the bottle so that I'd be able to show you how gorgeous this is here. Again, this is from that same brand that is called La Palette Beauty, and I've been pairing it off with this it's a mixture between an essence and a toner. They're calling it the Hydra Blue Petal Serum Toner. It is a little bit thicker than a serum, and definitely a lot thicker than an essence, but it is so refreshing on the skin, and I've been pairing these two together and it has been amazing. However, since we got the box, I had the opportunity to try this product, which is newer this month. And this is from Kinship. It's the Instant Wipes. I shared in the videos one side of it, or I should have brought it out here because I used it again this morning. This one here, one side of the pad has a little bit of an exfoliator where you see the bumps. I share all of that in my videos. I go up close with the camera. I show you all the ingredients from the boxes so that you guys can hopefully make a more informed decision on what you want to do, as opposed to, you know, what I call a talking head telling you that this is what I did and this is what I tried and this is what I recommend. I like to just share with you my thoughts on it, and then it's up to you to gather your thoughts together and see if it's a good fit for you. This is this brand that's called Kinship, and it's a brand that I've been enjoying. This also, like I said, the scent on this is not horrible, but it's not pleasant. It has a mixture of a lemon and the honey that is really, really fantastic on the skin. They said you would feel some tingling. They called it stinging, which was a mixture between a sting and a tingle. I didn't feel any of that, and my skin is pretty sensitive. But with that said, my skin has been so much better since I started using all of the boxes and trying out all the skincare. My skin has become a lot less sensitive. I don't break out as much anymore. All of that has been really positive, and it's just from trying all these new brands and taking the opportunity to really use them all the way to the end. Because when you spend only $6 on a product, you're not hoarding it like as if it was a $50 product. At least that's my mindset. So I feel like I've really definitely started using the products the way they should be used, because I'm not afraid of running out. So this is fantastic. This is what I used. If you get this, I'm telling you, do not worry, but always read the instructions first. If you have a little bit of the stinging, give it a break, but I'm using this every day, and I'm gonna start using it day and night, because I got a second one of these and I'm really, really enjoying it. So that is this product here. I also got from a brand that sends me PR. So if you're following me on Instagram, you would have seen pictures on this, and I share this with you all the time. If a brand reaches out to me on Instagram to try their products, I definitely take a picture for Instagram and give a good blurb on it, but I don't sit down to do a whole video about one product, because some of these products, I want to make sure that you have accessibility to them here on my YouTube channel. This is accessible, but these are some more expensive products. Beauty Stat sends me products. This brand sends me products, especially with their new launches. But this time I took this out to be able to share it with you, because this is a brand that we've also gotten in the past in Boxycharm boxes before Boxycharm was part of IPSY. So if you see this brand, this is one that I've been getting PR from, and I am loving everything from their brand. I tried their body care, but this serum in particular is one of their newer launches. It is one that's called the Derma Restore Super Serum. It has peptides in here. It has a dropper. I'm almost near the end of this. I've been using this for over a month now, day and night. Like I said, sometimes I do things 3 times a day. And this one here, as you can see in the dropper, it has a little bit of a yellow consistency to it, and it is a thicker serum, so you need very, very little. And this is, like I said, as you're used to with Boxycharm and IPSY, these more expensive brands, you know, that these type of serums can run around that $80 mark. So definitely when I get the opportunity to try, I definitely do, so I can put my thoughts around it before I even post it on my Instagram. But I definitely want to share with you, this also has that scent that is very herbal to it, but it does dissipate, but it really sinks into my skin and leaves, this is the hand I put it on and the hand that I didn't. It is really, really beautiful, and it is something that I'm enjoying so much, and it's something that I'm excited to be able to try something soon, you know, that I just received, you know, in our boxes. But when I get some items in PR, sometimes it pushes what I get in my boxes aside so that I can give my thoughts around it, because I'm very appreciative when brands do reach out. But I'm gonna also hopefully start doing some videos where I can share with you a little bit of the thoughts behind why I'm not showing my face so much on camera and things like that. Because when you are put in this position where I really started this channel because I was so excited. I'm a Canadian that moved to the USA full time. I traveled always, you know, throughout the world. So for me, this was exciting for me to have an Ulta and do all those things. And then the boxes started. And when the boxes started, I was filming every day. I was so excited, you know, and then COVID hit and all of that. So people were taking my image, holding up their product, even when I was just unboxing it from the box and putting it on other social medias. And it was through my community growing that people were sending me this information. I don't want to be a spokesperson for someone else's brand. That's not why I started this channel. I started this channel to share with the community, which I feel we created here. So that's why I'm a little hesitant always to come on camera, because too many ways. My Facebook I had to close. I'm really not on Facebook. I was on Instagram and it would move up my picture to the Facebook because they're connected, it's the same company. And then people were taking my images and putting a link and kind of like selling whatever I was selling, I was showing, and they were using it to sell. So I got uncomfortable with that, so I closed that link so that it's only on Instagram when I post, and things like that. So there's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes, and there's a lot of companies that reach out that are not valid and things like that. So there's this whole undercurrent that a lot of people don't talk about, and everyone assumes that if you're on YouTube, there's so many dollars coming in because you see some of these larger influencers and you see them going on trips and all that. It is literally probably 0.5% that has that world. I can tell you, and I've shared with you personally, I know from just having the channel and just through AdSense that you literally make $10 for every 1,000 views. And it's very few and far between. The dollars that I make from this channel literally don't even pay for the boxes that I pay for. So you just have to keep all that in mind and realize that sometimes when things are being shown to you with there's a lot behind the scenes, and when I feel more comfortable, I'll definitely try to sit down and share a lot more about that, because I also know, because some other people that have Instagram and channels have reached out to me through direct message to ask certain questions, and I'm shocked that they would assume that there's PR coming from every side. When I first started this channel, they reached out a lot for the PR that came my way, and I got overwhelmed. And I had to say to them, thank you for the opportunity, but I only have so much space, one face, I can't try it all. And it's not about free stuff for me. Getting free anything always sounds fantastic. It's like getting a gift. However, if you don't have the time to use the product, or it's something that I'm personally not going to use, you saw the giveaways were just so huge at one point, and it was costing me so much money to ship everything out. It was costing me more to have a channel than it was to have the channel. So I wanted to get my head around what I wanted and why I started this channel. And so I took some steps back on what I was accepting and what I wanted to enjoy, because I was losing the enjoyment. It was feeling more like a job. And trust me, this is not my job. So let me go through all this. That's where my thought process was right now. And I apologize. I film live, I don't edit, and I try my best to stay on what I came out here to talk about, but this has been on my mind for a while. And I guess because I'm sitting here in person, I felt it was a good time to even just mention some of it. The other product that I used this morning is another one that we got in our boxes. It's called Sem by My, and this is a retinol intense. It's an eye cream. This is really beautiful if you've got this. And thank you to everybody who has the opportunity in the comments to write and share when you've tried a product. It really helps me out a lot, because like I said, there's so many products and one face that I really rely on a lot of times, you guys sharing with me your thoughts. And then when it becomes an opportunity for me to choose it in the boxes, that's when I get it. Because like I've mentioned, I have way more wants than needs. If I didn't buy one more product, I'd be set for the rest of my life. However, as a female and as a girly girl, I'm somebody that likes to try new things. And if I have the opportunity in a box that it literally costs me $6 or $10 a product, then I have the luxury to be able to continue this passion of knowing the hottest and latest, and it's a lot of fun to have it. So this, as you can see, it doesn't roll around, but it's not thick. It's actually very thin. So when you put it on, they tell you to put it on between your two ring fingers and then tap in between, and that will be enough for both sides. I also tell you guys to always start a little lower, where I call it the orbital bone, and then always all the way out where your crow's feet are, so that you're able to tap, tap, tap it in and wait for it to sink in before you go on to your next steps. So those are all the skincare. I then had the opportunity, I bought 2 of these in the 350 section, which is crazy because these are all full size, from IPSY. And I ended up choosing this one today. The other one seems a little bit more yellowy, and it's more of an apricot, which I think would be for deeper skin tones. But this one I wanted to use under my eyes. I share with you all the time the products that I normally use under my eyes. It was the Becca and all of that. That's how I always start off my day. I don't know how much this camera can pick up here. I know when I'm sitting in another area, it's a little bit easier for me. And this one here is what this looks like. So this is, like I said, it's a very light undertone. It helped over the eye cream. I waited for that to dry, and then I put this on and I tap it just to take and make any darkness or anything that would be there a little bit lighter and brighter. And then I would be on my way if I was just doing work at home and things like that. So I always try to do that little extra step. However, with that said, I didn't see that much of a difference. I find I like better some other products, but I'm happy that I have this, and it's definitely something, especially during the summertime when it's a little warm out and I don't need to put something on underneath that I'm going to be putting a full face over it. I think this is a nice product, and if you have the opportunity to try it for $3.50, I think it's a good one to try. Now, what started me sitting even down here was, like you guys, a lot of us have the opportunity to watch some of the larger influencers, and I'm learning more and more that a lot of times people talk about products, and when too many people talk about the products, it's because they were sent products in PR, and not always do people on TikTok or Instagram share that it's on PR. Even when I get PR from IPSY or FabFitFun, and you know that I still pay for majority of the products, I put it in my thumbnail that it was gifted. People don't even put it in their thumbnail or in their title. So you have to literally open up and see if it's an ad or see if they're a partner with a brand or something like that. So the first person that I saw do this was a really big influencer, and I know a lot of people, you know, have love-hate with this influencer because they say she's not always telling the truth. But I see with my own eyes a certain product, and when I saw this, and I like cushion foundations, the coverage looked impeccable. So I figured if it's available on Amazon, I'll pick it up, and it was. Then I waited and I put it in my cart, and I was like hemming and hawing if I'm going to go down that path, because I have so many foundations and I definitely don't need another one. These are very reasonably priced. You can try mini for like $15 on Amazon, or you can get it in the full size, which is about $25. But I shared with you as soon as I had a video that came out, I did the video. As soon as Tati did a video on it, she had a discount code for 30% off. When I got that coupon code, I immediately sat down and got it on my Amazon, which I'm Prime, so it comes right away the next day. And I just did some swatches for you, a quick little video just to get that code out to you guys, so that if you wanted to try it, you would have access to it too. And because of that code, I ended up picking up one color, which was the 23N, which is this one here. And when I did that, now the video you can look to see, and it's all opened up, and I share with you and I show all that information there. But this 23N, when you get the color on the inside, this is how light this color was. So because this coupon that was in that video that I did very quickly to get it up to share the coupon code with you guys, I treated myself to a second one, because buying two of them, it was pretty close to the price of, you know, the $25, because I think we got a discount of for two of these, like $15. So I waited a couple of days after I saw that video up, I saw how light it was, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna go one up from that. So I picked up for myself 24N. And with the 24N, there is such a difference in the two colors. I'm gonna show you also on the box. This is the lighter one, the 23, and this is the 24. Do you see how much of a jump there is? So to find the right shade for yourself in this, I think it is very hard. But if you want to have an opportunity to play, definitely use that coupon that I have in that video. That I don't know if it's still gonna be valid. I know it was only for 7 days. That's why I rushed that video up. But even on the box, I wanna just share with you the colors side by side, so you'll be able to see how light and how dark they are. So this is the one that I got initially, and then I went up the one shade. You see, even from the color on here, you can see what a difference was. So what I ended up doing, which I thought was a really great idea, and it's something I would recommend, and I have two little tricks that I want to share with you with this product. Number one, there's a mirror inside here, which is really nice. It also has where you have the cover over the actual product, which is this one here. And as you can see here, what I do is when I put it on with this sponge, which literally do one dip, there is so much coverage on this. One little dip of like this much of the pad will do your entire face and then some. So what I did with the first one, when I realized that, I went, oh my God, this is crazy. This is way too much. I then took a beauty blender that I wet to try to get some of the product down, because there's so much coverage on this. It is insane. But what I would recommend is, instead of, I know a lot of girls like to put things on the back of their hands a lot. I'm not one that loves to do that. So what I did was I took a little bit on here, and then I used this other side to take some of the product off. And even doing that, the amount of coverage that I had is just exactly what you're seeing on my face. So what I ended up doing was I took the 24N, which is the darker one, which I'll show you here, and I just showed you on the other section there. This one here is, you can see how much darker it is. So what I did was I did my whole perimeter of my face with the darker shade. And then what I did was, instead of using a concealer and all of that, I took the lighter shade and I ended up putting it under my eyes, a little bit around my nose, a little bit on my chin, and a little bit in between my eyebrows. And that I used almost like to highlight, which is what I do with all my concealers. So I ended up using both colors, and because I had both and I always want to be able to play with it a little bit more. This is simply first impressions. I'm impressed. I thought it would set down more. I didn't find it set down completely, because when we read on that first video about this product, it said that you can wear a mask over it, because I guess this was starting to be developed during, 2020, when we were all wearing masks and we learned that our makeup was coming off onto the masks. So I think this is a great concept. I think you just have to really try very hard to find your shade. If you do, Amazon's the best, because I'm sure that if I wanted to return this for this, I would, but I wasn't. I'm going to see when I look back at this, because like I said, I don't edit, to see how it looks on camera. But I'm not over the moon with this shade, but by this shade, I'm going to end up keeping, because I am happy with how I was able to use both shades. The next item that I want to share with you is we got very lucky in Allure. And if you know, I'm a combo girl and I don't wear a lot of cream products, but because this foundation didn't need any really setting and it still had that creamy texture to it, I decided I'd play with some of the cream products. And this is the Charlotte Tilbury. Now, at first, I was really, really nervous, because when we had the chance to get a choice item, and with Allure, I mean, this was in a $25 box, which is crazy, because this product, as you know, is a higher end brand and a lot more than $25. And this was only one of those products. What I ended up choosing for myself was in medium. And I was a little bit nervous, but when I shared with you, I looked and did all the research because of the spoilers. I had time before choice to decide what I was going to do with that. And the problem that I had was every person that I watched, I was a little confused more and more about the shades, because they call fair, they only had it in 4 shades, and the fair was the one just before this medium shade. And I was a little concerned this was going to be too dark. And I'm telling you, do not be afraid. As you can see here, this is about 3 or 4 layers to be able to get it to be a little bit darker, because I really enjoy products that blush and bronzers that they show on the skin. But do not worry. I mean, it is really, really a beautiful product. On top of it, this does an amazing job of not being tacky, so you can definitely build powder on top of it or just leave it on its own. You don't have to worry that it's going to move around. So I was really, really impressed with this product. But what I did first was I got this product this month from Anastasia Beverly Hills, which is to me a contour stick. And this one here, when I put it on, it was that perfect color for contour, which is that grayer tone. And I thought, wow, this will be great. When I put it on my skin, and I did it directly, I did 2 stripes, I did a couple of stripes up on my forehead as well. But as I was blending it out with a brush, not even a sponge, it was disappearing on me. So I'm going to see if I rub it with my finger here, you can see. So I had to constantly build it up to build it up to build it up, and then it literally would disappear. So for me, this is one that I usually love, everything from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm going to have to play a little bit more, but I would love to know what your thoughts, if you ended up getting this product, if you had that same issue where it would go on dark, perfect, but as soon as you did any blending, it kind of disappeared into the product that I had on before. So those are my thoughts on that. So what I ended up doing, because my face still felt a little bit tacky, I ended up using the product that I've only use as a setting powder, a light setting powder. This is from Luna Magic. I'm also going to be getting the travel size in this, I think in this month's glam bag that I'm still waiting for. They call this a foundation, but to me, this is more of a translucent powder, because as you start to use it, it's beautifully finely milled. It is a beautiful, beautiful powder. The packaging is over the moon stunning, but I would definitely not use this for foundation. I prefer a little bit more coverage, but this I used with a very big fluffy brush just to you know, make it so that whatever is on my face wouldn't like shift around, but really just a light dose of it, nothing to like, not like a foundation on a kabuki brush, a really big fluffy brush. So that's what I ended up doing with this. As always, I share with you all the time, one of my favorite products from Ofra is their banana powder. This is almost on its last legs, but luckily I got a backup on a backup on a backup of this when this was available in, I think it was even the Boxycharm shop then, because I use this every single day. I use this to set whatever's under my eyes and to bring out that brightness. So that is what I did with that product there. The other product that I had the opportunity to try was from One Size. This is their one that is the one that is more in the peach tones, where it's called Sugar BB, Seeking Gen, and Ova. This is their cheek clapper. This is a product that also I had my eyes on for the longest time. I love the packaging, that you can easily open it up. He says if you have long nails, that's why he did this, so that you wouldn't, you know, break your nails trying to open up a product. This also has a full mirror on the inside. I did use the one that's underneath this little plastic here, which is a cream. First, on my cheeks, it was enough color. And then I thought this was going to be a lot lighter because based on the pan, but when you put this on, I did one side first without the cream and then the other side with the cream. It really bumped it up. Like, I can understand why this is called 3D. So if you're going to use this also. Don't be fooled by the colors that are in the pan. They do give a lot of payoff. And then this last one, which is the highlighter, is a beautiful, beautiful pinky type of shade too. Peachy shade undertone too. So really impressed with this, really excited. I did get the other one, so I'm going to have the opportunity to try that with more of the pinky tones, which today probably should have been the day that I did that. But this was the one that was out, and I decided to try this one. But now that I know how this works, I'm going to have to be very, very careful with that pinky one. The one product in here that I did try, this is one that I've been using forever, as I shared with you. This I have backup of also. This is called the Brow Gal. We got these very early on in the boxes. This one side has the spoolie, the other side has the pencil. I don't do a lot with my eyebrows. They're shaped and the colors there, but a couple of grays are starting to come in, so I figured I'd pull this out. This is really, really fantastic. When I got this one's in medium brown. It was like literally twice the size of this. So because I don't do a lot with my brows, this has been lasting a long time, and this has been a go-to for me. The one product that I did receive from One Size that I wasn't overly impressed with was this one here. I love the way that it has the ergonomic handle here, that it makes it easy to hold. However, I don't know if it's just because it's the brown shade or what it is, but when I put it on, when I did my eyeshadow today, it's almost like, I like that it has give to it, but it almost has a little bit too much give to it. And when I put this on, the brown just seemed to also, over my shadow, fade away. I had to go in about 3 times just to get it to a point where I was able to actually see it over the shadow. So this really surprised me, because I definitely, you know, from a makeup artist like Patrick Starr, I blindly buy his products because of how much I've learned from him on YouTube. And I felt if he was going to develop his own products, all of them would be home runs. This might be, so you have to share with me if you've had the opportunity to try other colors. But if you've tried the brown one that you got in your boxes this month, if you also found that it just kind of doesn't give enough oomph for an eyeliner in my part. The one that I'm loving is the one that I got from Def & Sil, and that one has been an absolute home run for me. So then I ended up, I'll share with you what I did at the end with the shadows that I put on my eyes is from the Ciate London. This is, you know, it's nice shadows. I ended up using a few of the colors in here to give myself the look. I started off with Confident. Then I took a little bit of, on the outer corner, this one here that's called, I'll do it like this. This was Confident. This I did a little bit over here with the outer side. This I used above my crease, which is how I do my eyes because they're small. I try to give it a little bit more lid space. And then I took the final color, 1, 2, 3, here we go, 4. I put this one here in the center to give it right over the pupil to give it a pop of color. And then the last color that I used in here was this one that I used in my inner, which is called Independent Woman, just to brighten up the inner part here. And that is how I achieved this eyeshadow look. Then I had the opportunity to try some lip products as well as some eye products. So on the lip products, I took the one that a lot of us got in our box this month that is from Half Caked. It's called The Script. This one here The primer that's on the other side is a nice way to start your makeup look. I did wipe a lot of it off because I found that when we tested it on our hand and I put it over, the actual color ended up muting this color a little bit more over the primer side, which is this side here. But this is a fantastic way to start your makeup look. If you don't want to put on like all those oils prior to, this is a nice way to really get your lips to be smoother. And it's a beautiful, beautiful product. These primers I have from MAC. I've been using them for years. I also got one at one point from ColourPop when I was purchasing a lot from them. So that is this product. And this Half Caked, I'm really excited about. Every product that I have tried from them so far has been really, really fantastic. And I think we're going to have an opportunity next month to also get, I think, a mascara from them. So I'm excited about that. Then we got in here the products that I got this month as well as last month. From Too Faced, I was lucky that I got the Better Than Sex. This is their primers. They call it Foreplay. This one here I've been really enjoying a lot. And with this wand, it's a bit of a wand that has a bit of a curve to it. So what you end up doing is you turn it so the curve goes like almost like a half moon this way. So what I do is on the side that the curve isn't over, it's under. I use that first to give myself the lift, and then I turn it. And on the second coat, I then push it, and then it gives it a bit of the length. So this I've been enjoying, and it is one that if you just want to wear this and one and done, you're fine because it is a black color underneath. However, most of my eye primers that I started with were from Lancome. They were all white, and that's what I was used to. So this is nice that if you just want a nice little look, more natural, you can stick with just the primer. And these primers are really good at also nourishing your lashes as well. And then I had the opportunity to try from Polite Society this product. Very excited about Polite Society because these are the two founders who started Too Faced, and then they sold, I think it was to Estee Lauder for big dollars, and I'm big with a B. And they had to wait a certain amount of time with their contract, and then they decided to come back into the industry, and they came out with this product, the brand that is called Polite Society. The fact that IPSY is getting all these new launches and a lot of these brands are fantastic. So this one, what I loved about this product is the way that the actual product is in this tube. It, first of all, when I left a comment on their Instagram that I was very impressed with the packaging simply by how you hold it, because it has this, it's not round, it has like an oblong shape to it. So when you're putting this on, you have more control to actually hold it a little bit easier based on the control here. They also said what they like about it is it doesn't roll off the countertop. So that made sense. I also like with this product that it has that click that you make sure it's completely closed, so because mascara always dries out a lot quicker. What I can tell you about this mascara is it's not wet and it's not dry. Right out of the tube, it's exactly how you like it, where it's not too wet and it's not too dry. It gave some beautiful definition. It gave me some length. I only did 2 coats over this. So if you think about it, I have like 4 coats on my eyes right now, but I don't feel like they look heavy. I think they look really nice. Really impressed with this. It's a really nice combination to put those two together, but it was the first time I tried them together. I initially tried this on its own and it was okay. It didn't blow me away. It's still my, Rare Beauty is one of my faves. My Benefit Bad Gals, one of my faves. And the Anastasia the Beverly Hills is still one of my faves. Those are the top 3, but I'm just starting this, so I'd love to know your thoughts on it as well. And then I had the opportunity to try the product from What's Up. This is one of their lip products. And now I think with IPSY, and it's not, you can't see it anymore, there was a beautiful imprint on the top. They just started showing on their Instagram, and they called this their sample size, which to me, this looks very similar to their full size. The only difference is the one that they're selling now on their site has a beautiful Egyptian, all carved into the lipstick. It is just stunning. It really is beautiful. But this one I put it on, I thought it was going to be more of a browner undertone because I had the peach on my cheeks from the clapper. I didn't know what to do, but when I put this on first, it really came out more of that mauvey undertone with that pink to it. So I ended up pulling out another product, but if you want to know about this lipstick, this one is in the shade that is called Seba. And I'm going to be getting a couple of extra of these, so they're going to go into my gifts for later box. I'll be very happy to have the opportunity to share this with friends, family, as well as you guys when we end up doing the next giveaway. But this here really, really impressed me. It went on creamy but matte. And I love that because then if I want to bump up the color, I then can take out a gloss that I had. So I decided to try this one from Lottie. They're calling this the Oil Slick. And what I wanted to do was to hopefully get a little bit more of a peach tone to it, or to try to brighten it up a little bit. I've been talking so much that I'm sure this, because this is an oil, it, comes off pretty quickly with just talking. But I wanted to try to give a little bit of a peach tone on it to be able to kind of tone down some of this color here. And I'll put it right over here, part of it. So you'll be able to see that how it looked on my lips initially. So that's it on its own. And that's it with just putting a gloss that has a hint of a peach tone on it. And that's what I ended up doing there. And then I just finalized everything with putting on the Dazzle Me. This is Get a Grip. The product that I'm loving right now that really kept my makeup set all day is the one from Milk Makeup. That setting spray, if you want your makeup to last all day, no matter the humidity, if it's cream, if it's powder, that one I've used a couple of times. And one day when I had to do my makeup at about 8 o'clock in the morning, and it had to last me to pretty much when I came home at midnight. We were out all day, and then we went to a show, and I was really concerned because I didn't bring any extra makeup. I just brought a lipstick with me, and I figured it is what it is, and when I came home to take my makeup off, I was blown away. So that Milk Makeup one is great, but I wanted to start trying some other products that we got. And because the Dazzle Me is another product that we're going to be getting, it was one of my choice items in my glam bag that I'm still waiting for. It's from this brand also. It means to me we're going to see a lot more from this brand. So I decided to give this a shot. And I really liked it. We'll see how it lasts on the makeup all day, but it has a beautiful fine mist. There is no real scent to this at all, which is also nice. And it also dried really, really quickly. So that was how I ended up setting my whole face. But this all started because I wanted to test out, and because I had that code that I found, I thought it would be a great way to do a quick video when I got it, to be able to give you guys access to also get it at a discount. Because when it comes to foundation, I'm a combo girl. And then I also learned that they have other ones also with different colors. They have one that has, I think, a pink shell, and that one is more matte. This one is the semi-gloss or semi-matte, and that is why I chose this one. Sometimes getting too matte can be too drying and could really settle in the fine lines. But if I fall in love with this, I will definitely try that matte one as well, because I am a combo oily girl, and going into the summer months, it might be a little bit better. But I'm going to see how this one wears all day. But I just wanted to share with you how I ended up using the two different colors. The 23N sand is what I swatched in that video. That to me is a lot lighter. And then the 24N, let me just show that to you here. I'll do a little swatchy swatch so you'll be able to see the difference, because so much comes out with just like one. It's absolutely crazy. So this one here is the 23N. And that is, do you see how much comes off? It is just crazy. So that's why I'm saying be very careful when you take a little bit on the back of your sponge. Definitely use the other side to, dab some of it off, because it really comes out to be really, really, it's crazy. And then those are the two that are there. So you see the 23N is a lot lighter, the first one, and then the second one is the 24N. And that's how big a jump it is just from one number, from one to the other. So like I said, if you do your best to go in and see all the swatches the best that you can. But I've watched some people with, different skin tones, that even the lightest ones, some of them were using numbers up to 27 based on that their face was not, I think even Tati said she was either 27 or 29, but she was trying to match her self-tan body to her face. So it wasn't helpful to me because her skin tone would be the same as mine. I think she's more of a light medium, but when she chose 27N, I wasn't going to go that dark. So I went down all the way to 23, and that was way too light. So like I said, this is a fantastic way to try a new product when you have that code. Definitely watch that first video, because I did some swatches on my Fenty 210 as well as my Catrice, my 033 that I use all the time. And this really felt a little bit lighter, so that's why I decided to go up by one. But like I said, this is just a video where I'm just sitting down sharing my thoughts. I'd love for you guys to do the same in the comments down below. If you've had the opportunity to try any of these products, I would love to know your thoughts. But if you're talking skincare, make sure to leave in the comments if you are also a combo girl or if you're more dry and so on, because everybody can give a different opinion just based on not only their skin texture, their skin type, but also their skin tone, but also the environment that you live in. So, I mean, things that were working for me when I lived up north don't work for me here in Florida, including my clothing. It's just so different. No matter where you live, things are going to be different. So when you're watching, people share about the products, it's exciting when you can see the swatches, and hopefully through the swatches and especially when the girls get PR and they can swatch a lot of the colors and to give you a bit more of a mindset of where it's going to go. I think it's great. But I think at the end of the day, when you can get products through a subscription box, and you have the opportunity for the same price for one product in the retail world that you can get 5 or 6 to be able to try, and then you start looking for the discounts and the codes like I did at Tarte. I was able to get 6 or 7 products. Six products, I think, for $70, which made each product, it's just crazy. You're talking $10, $11 for products that are on trend for $26 and $30 for just one. So that's why for me, at this stage in my life, the subscription boxes have been an absolute win, because I've been able to introduce myself to so many brands, but also skincare is so expensive, so that when we have the luxury to get skincare in the boxes, and I'm telling you, I am shocked. My neck looks better, my face looks better, and I only know that because I started filming, almost 5 years ago. And I'm seeing the difference when I see myself on camera now versus when I was filming then. And I don't do filters or any of that stuff. There are 2 lights that are here just so that it's not dull in this room. But it isn't, it might change a little bit but they're not like the type of lights where you see the difference, from no light in the room to light in the room and really on the face. So to me, I just wanted to have a channel to be able to share the love of the luxury of being able to get products and play at really heavily discounted prices. And I'm happy that I found a community here where you guys are enjoying the same. Do I sometimes go out into the retail world and get tempted? Yes, but I'm also more patient to wait, because I never in a million years thought a Charlotte Tilbury product would show up in a $25 box. But like I said, this month we got the opportunity to try a lot from one size, and we also got brands like What's Up, which is a brand new brand that's only been around for a couple of years. Same thing happened with Do With The Gods, and then Do With The Gods started Toy Factory, but they're using the avenue of IPSY to get their products into the hands of millions, because that's how many bags and boxes are sold through companies and subscription boxes. But Boxycharm was truly the pioneer who got us into full-size products at the prices that we were only paying for sample sizes before. So it is just amazing to have this opportunity, and also to have this platform to share with others, where we're so spread out around the world, but we all have the passion for makeup to be able to share with each other our thoughts and our feelings. So make sure to share in the comments, because I read all of them and I do my best to respond to all, but your voice has a platform there, and it is something that I listen to as well as others. So always make sure to do that. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, I really hope that you will. If you want informed videos, that's what it's all about. I really focus on the brands and the products, and of course the deals, because that's where I am at this stage in my life, where that's where my focus is and where I can get it and still be able to enjoy. And that's it for this video, guys. So take care, everybody. Thank you to everybody that takes the time to watch my videos in full. It means everything and more to me, because I do, like I said, I tried my best to prepare everything ahead of time, so that when I'm sitting here or I'm sharing with you with the products on the, on the screen and not my face, that I'm also able to get up close and show ingredients and all of that, which would take so much more time if I was sitting here in front of the camera with so many products to share and then start going out with all the ingredients in every single one of them. It would be absolutely impossible. And that's it. So everybody, continue to stay safe and well, because that's the most important thing. You can't enjoy if you're not well, and then you'll be able to have the opportunity to play. And that's what it's all about, because remember, makeup washes off, but it makes a difference when you put it on and how it makes you feel. If it does for you what it does for me, I hope that you will enjoy this video, and make sure to share in the comments down below. All right, bye for now.